Hey guys, what's up? My name is Olivia and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a New Year's Eve get ready with me. I'm super excited. I just wanted to sit down and film myself while I'm getting ready just so you can see what I do, so I can chit chat, just do whatever. So my mirror's over here, so if I am looking over here a lot, that's why, and my makeup's all over my bed, so it might be a little bit all over the place, but we're just gonna work with it. I think I'm gonna start with my makeup first. Sometimes I do my hair first, sometimes I do my makeup first, but I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling like doing my makeup first. So I'm just gonna throw my hair up in a messy bun just to get it out of my face. I've already washed and moisturized my face, so I'm gonna go straight into primer. For primer, I'm using the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio. I use the green one because I have a lot of redness. So tonight, I'm going to a party at one of my friends' houses, and all of our friends in our class are gonna be there, and I'm super excited because I haven't seen everyone in such a long time, just because I've been dealing with other things, but it's gonna be super fun. Me and my friend Keaton just went to Waffle House, which was very good, and then we went to dress up and we both found some outfits to wear tonight, so I'm super excited. Last New Year's I didn't do anything. Okay, after primer I'm gonna go in with BB cream. I don't wear foundations, and also all my makeup is drugstore. I just don't have the money to go and buy a bunch of high-end products, so I use a lot of drugstore. But actually, before I do that, this stupid pimple decided to show up today, so I'm gonna cover that first. I know you're supposed to do concealer after foundation, but since BB cream is so sheer, I want to make sure that my skin's gonna match, so I'm just gonna take my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous concealer. I think it's in the shade medium, and I'm just gonna cover any blemishes or super redness I have. That's really the only one right now, so I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna take my damp beauty sponge. This one's a Real Techniques one, and I'm just gonna dab that in and get it all blended out so I can cover that. It really doesn't take much. But anyways, last New Year's Eve I didn't do anything. I was literally in bed by 10 o'clock. It was not good. I just didn't have any plans. Then I was just here and I ended up falling asleep, so I didn't even get to watch the ball drop. So I'm excited to actually have something to do this year. It's much better than sitting at home by yourself. So next I'm going to take my Maybelline Dream Pure BB Cream. It's in the shade medium, which is a little too dark for my normal skin tone, but I did self-tan last night, so it'll match the rest of my body. I like to do my face in sections. I'll do one cheek at a time, and then I'll do my forehead, and then I'm going to take this down my neck today. Normally I don't, but since my body's tanner than my neck and my face, then I'm going to take it down my neck a little bit, but I still don't want to look orange. Foundation. I'm gonna go back in with that first concealer I used and do one more layer over this pimple. I don't want to cake it on, but I do want it to be covered, at least the redness. I'm not so worried about the texture, but I just want the redness to go away. And then after I do that, I'm gonna use a lighter concealer. It's the same one, just in a lighter shade, to highlight and contour. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Under Eye Dark Circle Eraser. This is in the brightening, it's the shade brightening, I don't really know. Yeah, it just says neutralizer, so I'm gonna dab this. I don't want to rub it under my eyes, but I'm gonna dab it only onto where my dark circles are. I'm not gonna drag this down into the triangle. I'm only gonna put it where my dark circles are. I'm gonna do that on both sides. And I'm gonna go in with the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous concealer in the shade Fair, and I'm gonna I'm gonna highlight my chin, my nose a little bit, and my forehead. And then I'm gonna go ahead and brighten up my under eyes a little bit more by putting this only where the dark circles are. So I'm gonna take my same beauty sponge and blend that all out. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now that I don't like 100% know what I'm doing. I just like am self-taught. Like I learned how to do this through YouTube and just like watching other people do their makeup. And some of the things I do, like I know like aren't correct, but like it's what works for me, and like I'm gonna work with what I have and what I know how to do. Not saying like I'm bad at makeup or I have no clue what I'm doing, but I know there are like makeup artists out there who like absolutely 100% know what they're doing. I just like doing this and I wanted to share it with y'all, so that's why I started my channel. I'm gonna take this concealer under my eyes and go ahead and bring it on my eyelids just so I can find my eyelids for eyeshadow already. Alright, next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and set my face. I'm using the Rimmel London Match Perfection Translucent Powder. I have pretty dry skin and it's a little bit drying, but it's not too bad. But if you had skin that was drier than mine, you probably wouldn't want this one. But I mean, all powders are kind of drying because they are powders. But I'm just going to use this damp beauty sponge and dip in and put this under my eyes, on my eyelids, just to set it. I'm gonna be up all night, and I'm getting ready super early so I can film this and edit and upload it hopefully before I have to leave. So I really want it to stay all day, so I'm gonna set under eyes and anywhere else I put concealer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my face with the leftover like translucent powder. You want to make sure that you find a powder that won't like flash back bad. This one hasn't for me yet, like it hasn't been a problem, but you just want to make sure that it won't, because if you're taking a lot of pictures, like, you know, it's New Year's, then you don't want to be looking like a ghost. Alright, I'm going to take my Maybelline Better Skin powder and my Morphe E41 brush, and I'm just gonna set my face a little bit more just to bring some more color back into it. Like, I don't want any more coverage, but I do want color, so I'm just kind of going over top, like dabbing it on, and then I'm gonna just like brush off the excess because you don't want it to get too cakey, but obviously you still want coverage. Once I finish that, I take my Wet n Wild bronzer. This is the Ticket to Brazil bronzer. I really like this one. It's a little bit warm for me, but I can make it work, especially with the contour I'm gonna use. And it has a little bit of shimmer, so it kind of just gives you like a natural glow. So I'm going to take that and my Sephora Airbrush powder brush, and I'm just going to swirl that around and just bronze my face up. I've been wanting a pair of Lululemon leggings for like ever, but I've never had enough money to like spend on them. So that's what I decided to buy with my Christmas money, and when I went to the store, they were sold out of the ones I wanted, so I had ordered them. And they finally came in yesterday, and I wore them for the first time today, and guys, they are the most comfortable leggings I've ever put on. Like, I am in love with them. I'm kind of planning on just never taking them off. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and contour my face. For that, I used the Tarte Pro Glow palette. And I don't use the cream contour ever, but I really like this sculpt color in here. So I'm going to take that and my Sephora... This is the Airbrush Precision Foundation Brush from the Sephora collection, so I'm just going to dab that in and go ahead and contour my cheeks out. So I was at a basketball tournament the last few days, and we were in the car lot, and I was literally just typing up a whole like note in my phone of like video ideas, and I came up with so many. And so before break ends, I'm literally just going to sit down and film them all. Like, I'm super excited, and then that way, like, when school starts back up, all I have to do is find time to edit, and I won't have to worry about filming during the day when the lighting's good and like all this stuff. So I'm super excited about everything that's coming up. Tomorrow, me and my friend Allie are going to Atlanta. We're going to go to Ponce City Market and like just downtown Atlanta. We're going to take a bunch of pictures and have a little girls' day. So I told her I was going to vlog that, and she was super excited to be a part of it. I'm just super excited about all the content I'm going to be creating and stuff like that. And I really just want to use this as an outlet for like my creativity. And I'm really excited that I'm like starting this channel and like getting it up and going. Just wanted to let you guys know that there is definitely more to come. But anyways, so back to the makeup. I'm going to take another brush. This is the airbrush concealer brush from that same Sephora collection. I know it seems like all my face brushes are from the Sephora collection, but a lot of them are from Morphe as well. But I'm going to take the same contour shade, and I'm going to contour my nose. I know you should use a much smaller brush for nose contour, but I don't have one, and it doesn't look that bad when I do it, so I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. I don't want to do too heavy of a contour on my nose because I don't want it to like be looking crazy or like my nose is like brown and the rest of my face is white. Like I tap off a lot of the product and I use like super light hands, so just like keep that in mind. So now I'm going to go in with blush. I'm using the Morphe M530 brush and my Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush in the shade Partey. I got this as the free birthday set and then it broke like the first time I used it, but I really like it, so I'm just going to keep on using it until I no longer can. So I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks. For blush, I try not to center it like on the apples of my cheeks. Like here, I try and like blend it out because I don't want like to be like super pink here and then like nothing back here. Like I kind of like to like kind of use it to like soften my contour almost, even though like my contour is not that harsh, but like it just blends nice together. I don't know why. I don't know why I do the things I do. I just do. I already know this video is going to be super long, so I'm going to keep it as short as possible. And I also know I talk super fast. I'm just listening to myself talk, and I know I talk super fast, and like I am sorry, like I'm trying to get better about it, but I've just always talked fast. So I'm going to try and slow myself down, especially in like tutorials and like product reviews and stuff like that. But I feel like right now, since we're just like, you know, chit-chatting, you're just getting ready with me, I think it's okay, but I'm definitely going to work on it. So once I finish the base, I'm going to take my setting spray. I just use the Maybelline Master Fix setting spray, and I'm just going to spray this all over my face just to set my base and kind of melt it all together. I do this before a highlight, so then my highlight has something to like stick to. So like I didn't forget highlight. Who could ever forget highlight? But I'm just going to spray this. And then I like to let it sink into my skin for like a second. And then to get off all the excess and make sure it like really blends into my skin, I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender that's still a little damp. And I'm just going to tap this all over my face just to make sure that all this stuff is pressed into my skin and it's going to stay all night. I'm going to move on to my eyes next. I think I'm going to zoom you in for this a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that right now. So hold on a second. Okay, I'm an idiot and I have to change the lens if I want to zoom in anymore. So we're just going to leave it like this. I think it'll be fine. I'm not really doing a tutorial, so you guys don't need to see close up. And I'll tell you what I'm using. So I'm going to make sure that this concealer on my eyelids is smoothed out. And then I'm going to go in with my Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette and that same brush I used for nose contour. Like I said before, I know there's some things you're not supposed to do, like use your nose contour brush for eyeshadow, but I'm just going to take the shade 13 and just set my whole eyelid crease area. I would usually use the color White Chocolate out of my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette because it's more of an off-white, but I want like a super intense kind of eye look tonight. Honestly, I'm not even sure what I'm doing. Usually I go for the golds and browns and reds, but I think tonight I want to go for like a silver cool toned like smoky eye. So we're going to see like how that turns out. Hopefully it'll be okay, but we're going to just kind of wing it right now. Alright, I'm going to be using two palettes today and kind of mixing them and seeing what I can come up with. I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and the 39A palette that I just got for Christmas. I'm going to go into the 39A palette in the shade Bare, and I'm just going to put this all over my crease and kind of bring it up a little bit. This is going to be my transition color, like my main one. This is like the most nude transition color in this palette, and it's also cool toned, so that's why I'm using this as like the base transition color. And then I'm going to add another one just to make sure it's like even more cool toned. I've had this for years and it still has that foam over the mirror, but now my mirror's really clean, so that made me happy. Watching one of my first clips that I just did. I already uploaded it to my computer, and when I was putting my hair up, you can see the bruises all over my arms. It's from basketball. Like, it kind of looked a little bit bad, but it's from basketball. Like, I'm super bruised up. Like, my knees are torn apart too, so no need to be alarmed. I just get thrown around a lot on the court. Okay, I actually think I'm going to use my smoky palette too. I was just looking at it. Normally I don't use this one, but I think I'm going to use the shade Password, which is like a purpley mauvey brown, and the Sephora airbrush crease brush. Oh, by the way, that first brush we just used was the Morphe R37. It's the rose gold collection. I love it. It's such a good brush. But so we're gonna take that shade Password and we're gonna apply this like direct into the crease. Like, we're not gonna play with that at all. This brush is stiff, like, as you can, well, you probably can't see because you're not in very close, but it goes on like exactly where you put it, so you have to like blend it yourself. Whereas with the R37, it's just so like light and fluffy that it won't like be super precise. I'm gonna go back in with the R37 brush and just blend this out. I have no other product on it. I'm literally just gonna blend all of this together. Smoky palette again and take the shade Dagger and the Morphe M433 brush, and I only want a little bit of this, but I'm going to focus this more into the outer corner and crease. These dogs barking outside, and I'm just really hoping you can't hear them on camera. Also, I have such bad posture. Like, that's one of the things that I wish I was better at. I don't know why my posture's not good. It's just not, but I'm also working on that. I'm working on a lot right now. Okay, so I'm going to darken up the outer corner even more, but I'm going to do that in a second. Alright, I'm going to move on to the inner corner now. For the inner corner, I want like a really bright, sparkly, glittery inner corner that works out to like a dark, smoky, black eyeshadow. I'm going to take this silver out of the Jaclyn Hill palette on a airbrush shadow brush from the Sephora collection, and I'm going to put that on like the middle of my lid, connecting that to the outer corner. My left eye always looks better than my right eye. I don't know why. It's so frustrating though, you know? This goes on nice dry, but I'm actually gonna wet my brush just so I can get that extra pop. I don't want to like soak it, but I'm gonna wet it. I'm just gonna use my setting spray. Like, I don't have Fix Plus or anything. I really like the way that looks. So I'm going to take that first brush we used and I'm just gonna blend. If there's one thing I learned from so many failed smoky eyes, is that you must blend until your eyeballs bleed. I really want to get something else pierced. Like, I have 3 in each ear plus my cartilage, and I wanted to get my nose pierced, but like I don't want to do that, because if I ever take it out, which eventually I probably would, then I'd have a hole in my nose. So like, I want to get something else in my ears, but I just don't know what. I don't know. I need some suggestions, because I really want to get another one. I'm just not sure what. Alright, so now I'm going to take the shade High out of this smoky palette, and I'm going to use that same brush, and I'm going to focus this more on the inner corner. going to blend one more time with that first brush. And then I'm going to take that second brush we used, the Morphe M433, and I'm going to go in with the black shade from the 39A palette. I'm going to tap it off and use a super light hand, but I'm going to kind of do what I did with that blue color, and I'm just going to go outer corner. I'm liking the way this is looking. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm kind of liking how it's turning out. If you just use a light hand, I think it will work out fine. I'm honestly so excited to go to Atlanta tomorrow. I love being in the city. I don't know why. Recently I've been going a lot, and even my mom was like, dude, why are you going back to Atlanta? But I don't know. I just like the city, like, and I don't mind the drive because I just enjoy it. And it's just like, there's so many different places to go. And like, I love taking pictures and stuff. And like, so I'll just like grab a friend and go to Atlanta and we'll take a bunch of pictures. So I'm really excited to go tomorrow. And I've never been to Ponce. So like, I'm super excited for that. Oh God. This is the moment my sister decided to join the fun. Please enjoy. Here she comes.
What are you filming?
Get ready with me.
What are you getting ready for?
New Year's Eve.
Do you know that like only your head's like right in the bottom?
That's because I slouched down.
Sit up straight.
Well, I'm not talking right now.
Well, let me see when you sit up straight. Oh, okay. Hello, I'm Tori. Subscribe to my channel, Tori Heck. Ooh! Throw kindness like confetti. Ow! Holy God! Thanks, Liv.
Guess what I wanted? Thanks.
Avocados. Thanks.
So I just darkened up the outer corner and brightened up the inner corner, and now I'm gonna just finish the lower lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use that shade Dagger, and I'm gonna do that. I just want it super close to the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe E18, and I'm gonna take the shade Transitional and buff that out. Alright, now I'm going to take my Morphe M432 and just any black shadow, and I'm going to focus this really close to the lower lash line, just kind of like a liner effect, but not really. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I need a lot of focus for this, so I'm just about to zone in right here. And then I'm going to take that Morphe M506 and just kind of blend it all out. I think I'm finished with the eyes now. I like the way they look. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my face. So for my face highlight, I'm going back in with my Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Stunner and my Morphe M510 brush. I'm not really sure what I do with my hair yet, because usually I would just straighten it because that's easier, but my hair is naturally curly, so it holds curl better. And if I'm going to Atlanta tomorrow, I think I'm going to try and like just save my hair from the day before, but I'm not sure. I'm going to take the shade Strobe now, and I'm going to just do the highest points of my cheekbones just for a little bit more oomph, just because I'm trying to glow. So my eyes look a little crazy, but I feel like once I add mascara, it'll look better. So I'm going to throw on my lash primer. It's the Tarte, the name rubbed off, but it's by Tarte. I really like it, and I use it all the time. So I'm going to just go in with that. Anyway, so Snapchat came out with that, like, your 2017 memories, and I thought that was so cute. Like, people always tweet about, like, oh, what if they, like, showed you Snapchat of your whole year, like, blah, blah, blah. But they came out with that little, like, snippet, like, that short little one, and I thought it was so cute. I watched mine, and it was pretty cute. It had some good memories in there. Also, my sister's in the shower, so if you hear, like, a weird noise, that's what it is. I forgot to tell y'all, and she's about to get out, which means it's going to get really loud, and then it's going to turn off. So, just ignore it. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and go in with my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Just another one of those things, like, I know you're not supposed to curl your lashes with product on them, but my lashes just don't hold curl unless they have the lash primer on. So that's why I do it like this. And I mean, I don't wear like mascara or anything that much, so my lashes like aren't like very weak, so they can usually handle it. I thought about getting some fake lashes just because I thought it'd be super fun to do, like just like a New Year's like glam look, but I decided not to for some reason. I don't know, I guess I just didn't want to worry about them falling off and stuff, like while I was just like having fun with my friends and like having to constantly like find a pair of tweezers and like mess with them. I just finished off my eyes. I just did some brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight and threw on some lower mascara. Now I'm going to move on to lips to finish off the face. So I'm going to take my Tarteist by Tarte in this shade Birthday Suit. This was actually part of a birthday gift. I don't have the full-size one, but it's a really nice, like, true pinky nude. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on my lips. Now that I finished my face, I'm going to move on to my hair. I think I decided I want to curl it since I have a little bit of time. So I will be right back with that. To start, I'm just going to section off my hair. I decided I'm going to curl it. So I like to section it off right above my ears and then clip it up just to keep the rest out of my face. And then I'm going to section it off again just around my neck. And I'm going to be using my straightener to curl my hair today because I want big curls, but I don't have any curling ones that are big enough. So I'm going to do this. Normally I rotate direction on my curls, but today I think I'm going to do all one direction, so it's like big waves. I'm going to pull this piece from the front. You can take pretty big sections. And then I'm going to start by curling this one away from my face. So all the curls I'm going to do are going to go away from my face, and then I'm going to stop a little bit, like once I get close to the end. And then sometimes I like to just run my fingers through it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on this whole first section. Finish one half of a section. I like to spray it, like bunch it up and spray it with hairspray just to make sure that it's going to stay. Also, if you see me like twisting the hair, I'm just making sure that the curl gets like fully curled, and then I let it go just so it'll hold better and be a little bit tighter, so that way as it falls out it'll loosen up into like the big waves that I want it to. I'm going to move on to the next section. I usually do this one a couple inches above my ears, and this is basically how I finish my hair. all the way up until my roots, and then I change it up a little bit. But for the most part, this is just the process I do the entire time. Top of the hair, I like to do it in sections, and I'll usually start with the back because that's kind of like the hardest to reach, and then I'll work my way forward and from this side to this side. So that kind of sounded complicated, but I'm gonna just show you what I do. For the back section, I like to just take like my thumb and just take a little section, bring that down, and then clip the rest up just so it'll stay out of the way. And then I usually split this section into two. I just want to make sure that it's going to be flat, so I'm going to straighten the roots. And then I'm going to split it into two, just like I would like if I was straightening the rest of my hair. So then once I do the back section, I'm going to take a section from the left side of my head, and I'm going to bring that down just to kind of straighten everything out and square it off, instead of having like a jagged hairline to work with. You don't have to do this, but I'm just weird like that, so that's what I do. Once I have my head completely curled, I'm going to take my hairspray again and just spray it a bunch just to make sure it's going to stay. And then I also like to just kind of shake it out just to loosen up the curls and get them spaced out so they're not all bunched into one. And also this way I can see what pieces need to be more curled, what pieces need to be like fixed or messed with. So this is it for the hair. I like the way it turned out. I'm probably gonna have to fix it up in a couple hours, but that's no big deal. And now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna wear. I'll show you my outfit and my shoes and jewelry. So I'm gonna go do that right now. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of a get ready with me, like chit chat style video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Also, be sure to leave comments and feedback and constructive criticism. I'm open to anything, so please leave that down below. And that is it. So I hope you guys have a very, very happy new year, and I will see you guys in 2018. Bye!